Hello students, I think you have been watching my videos regularly. So far we have discussed on various issues on different subjects: financial management, cost accounting, management accounting, financial accounts, all these papers of your BCom, BBA, MBA, MCom and CA and CMA classes. Today our journey will be starting in a new era, that is your final level CA and CMA subjects. So one by one we'll be going this chapter wise, so that will give you some insight about the subject. You see that you have one new subject as per your 2022 syllabus, comes both your CA and CMA, that is strategic cost management. See, what we understand our cost accounting or management accounting, these portions we have done in our intermediate syllabus in the form of your cost accounting, management accounting, all these papers you have understood all these issues. Now we have to go little bit far away for your sharpening of your idea and your focus. What that does it mean? That strategic cost management, what that subject means. You see, strategy by name itself, it is very much clear. Strategy for everything. You can talk about planning, you can talk about technique, you can talk about this route, you can find it the best alternative from available source resources or available alternatives. You have to choose the best. What is the strategic cost management? That you have to understand first, because lot many things you have to understand. Very advanced level discussions will be there. So what does the strategic cost management in this subject will be covering? Here literally they explain that strategic cost management refers to the cost management that specifying focuses on strategic issues. You see that whether you are in business, whether you are in some other areas, you have to find strategies. You do have so many players in the markets. If you think over your business organization, so many competitors in the market, so you have to select best strategy which is applicable for your organization so that your ultimate goal is reached. Initially we understood that profit maximization and cost minimization is your that idea of the business. Now we'll be discussing here a new era. Who is that era? That is the business lifeblood is the customers. That customers matter. So far we have not given that much importance. You have to see that your strategic partner, suppose any customer is coming to your organization, they are simply not your customer. They are your valued strategic partner. What way? Suppose you are selling a machinery, that is fixed assets, or you have made a setup to your customer place one plant whose life may be 50 to 70 years. You see that. Earlier we used to do what we used to do? After any commercial product, we used to give the after sale service. Any problem is there, a repairing, and technical person used to go there and do these things. But in this subject, you have to go beyond that. Where we have to go? We have to go that as you have the strategic partner, means they are not simply of your customers. Again, we will be going some further detail. Suppose what you can give the service apart from your after sale service. So long this machinery is there, you have to think that machinery is being set up in one of the divisions of your organizations. Your feeling will be that level. So customers relations you have to make a build up. That strategy you have to develop. So that means the strategic cost management is a subject which is combination of management, costing, management accounting, financial management, business ethics, as well as sales and marketing. All these areas of your things you have to take into consideration. Why? Customers are so important for your business organizations. If you lifelong develop in your organizations, you have to take as your partner. One time sale and purchase, not that. That means your people will be sitting there for the entire life of this asset in your customer's place, right from the day one till the life of these assets. That relations will be there. That means that machine maintenance, that machine's problem, advanced development, replacement, renewal, and any technical issues you have to make a hand. Purpose is today's competitive environment, you have to take a market share of your business. So that is the best idea for this issue. So one by one will be going. Simply your asset sale is not there, your product sale is not there, cost minimization, profit maximization, those days gone. Now you have to, or we have to discuss the value addition, value chain. All those concepts will come one by one. So now today's that beginning concept wise, we will be explaining that what is the theoretical meaning of your strategic cost management. Specifically focus on the strategic issues. So strategy means your technique, what we told, your way, you have to find the best alternative, whatever way you can call this thing. What for these strategies? Company's cost, productivity or efficiency advantage relative to your competitors. You see that you need not to do your cost, productivity or efficiency for your own. You have to open your eye what strategy is being taken by your rival things is not appropriate, is your competitor. Suppose this pen, you are not only the player in the market, there are so many players in the market, those who are producing the marker pens. So you have to understand what strategy they are taking, be it for your cost purpose, be it for your value addition purpose, get up purpose, quality purpose, and marketing purpose. Whatever strategies they are taking, you are to be aware about that. Not only aware about that, you have to implement in your organization. That means company's cost, productivity or efficiency advantage. Efficiency advantage, you see that every word is very important. We used to talk only efficiency. You have to understand here this efficiency advantage. What does that efficiency advantage means? That technique, you are relatively in favorable conditions in comparison to your competitors. You understand that? Not only your satisfactions will not be there. Since you are to compete in the market, your strategy or you should be in advantageous positions in comparison or in relation to your customers. You understand that? That is you have to be very careful and inside thinking. Second point is that premium price a company can charge over its cost for distinctive product or services. You see that today's marketplace, customers need the good service, fast service, all these things. Just like that, you understand that what is the Tatkal service or premium service, railway ticket booking, immediately flight booking, today you have to go or today you have to get a ticket. So you have to pay a little extra for what? Your immediate service. You have to go some urgent business, you need to go today itself that ticket. So that's why that Tatkal ticket, that premium price you have to prove. In such situations also, your company can charge premium price over for a distinctive product or services, can charge over its cost. You see that in comparison to your costs, you can charge premium price. What situations you can charge the premium price? Premium price can be charged only in the situation that your product has some distinctive product, distinctive in the sense its value in such a way your competitor's value purpose, it is some advantageous positions. You are getting my point that suppose, see, today's market, nobody will restrict to make the payment 10 rupees more. His satisfaction is the criteria. Suppose if you go in the market, particularly very simple thing, mustard oil you are purchasing. Say one X brand you are getting habituated over a period of time. So they are taking 10 rupees more in comparison to other products in the similar line of mustard oil in the market. But what you will be taking? You will be taking in that brand only, because you have some mind satisfaction that if I purchase that particular mustard oil, I will get satisfaction that I can generally do not get from the other brand product. You understand that? That is the concept of your premium price. So 10 rupees is not a point. Point is your satisfaction and value. That will come in detail in lecture by lecture in subsequent stage. Now you understand that your product quality, that should be your customer satisfaction, that will be their mental satisfaction, psychological satisfaction, whatever you can call that thing. That level, they are ready to pay 10 rupees more. So that is the premium price you can charge. Your cost might be same level company, more or less same. But why they are giving? That is the value. Their satisfaction. That's why they are ready to give you 10 rupees more. So that is the thing, your premium price concept. Now, these are the 2 points taking into considerations. We have to go in some further detail, because this is the first lecture. I will be clearing the strategic cost management subject. What are the areas we will go? Whatever the different activities we will cover. So, second point, it is there to sum up these 2 points, your relative advantage and premium price, leaving that. Other points are there. Strategic cost management may be therefore stated as the process of, what is the process of? This is the process of identifying, you have to identify something, accumulating, you have to accumulate something, you have to measuring, you have to measure something, you have to analyzing, you have to analyze something, you have to interpreting something, you have to interpret. Between the two things, interpretation, you're finding some views are there, you have to interpret and reach the something. So that is interpreting. And reporting, you see that these so many stages of work you have to do. By name, this strategy itself very catchy word, that strategy, you have to follow the strategy, you have to do this, that. But how to follow the strategy? These are the areas taking together, sum total of all this. Identifying, you have to make it identify, what to do. Accumulating, you have to gathering the information, accumulate. Measuring, you have to measure it, some weight measurement or some value measurement. Analyzing, you have to analyze it, which is better, which is relatively less better, like this. And interpreting, you have to interpret. Interpret means some statement has come You have to interpret and get a view on that issue. And reporting, you have to report for something. Cost information useful to both internal and external groups. You see that earlier we were used to think, we were used to busy only our internal issues. We have purchased less product, less cost, good product. Our production strategy, how it will be best, how my manpower will be strong, how my machines will be sophisticated one, so that we can produce better. But now is your cost information both for internal and external groups concerned with the way in which the organizations utilize its resources, its strategic objective to achieve the strategic objective. You see, ultimately you are to satisfy, you are to fulfill your strategic objective. In order to make the strategic objective, you are to understand your internal and external group concerned. You see, whenever you are thinking that your internal, this thing, that thing, quality, machines, productions, everything. But at the same time, external issues also you have to understand. Always you have to think about your competitors, what strategy they are following, how they, because you will be in the same market, no? So unless and until you are concerned about your competitors' strategies, you will not be able to fix your own strategies to reach yours, to achieve your strategic objective. So this is the sum total of your activities: identifying, accumulating, measuring, analyzing, interpreting, reporting. You see, so many functions you are to correlate and make it compact. Then only you will be getting, or you will be reaching, or you will be reach to a certain level to get your objectives or strategic objectives satisfied. Fine. So this will be the first point discussions for your strategic management. Now we will be elaborating some details issue on the strategic management. You see that your strategic management here, number one, what you have to do: application of cost management technique. We are talking about some process, identifying, classifying, observing. So first point is application of cost management technique. See, simply identifying will not satisfy the purpose. You have to apply cost management technique. You might be knowing, but based upon your organizational structure, all set up, how to apply that technique. Number two, you understand is that enhance strategic posture of a firm and reduce its costs. Reduce its costs. What does it mean? Ultimately, you want to make a strategic posture so that you can reduce its cost. Ultimately, you have to reduce your cost. You see that that intermediate level, you understand all those things, that unless and until you reduce your cost, your margin will not be there, because today's market is the buyer's market only. You cannot that cost plus percentage, that concept is a long back concept. Now you have to stay in the existing market, so that you will have to find that what your competitors are doing. For that purpose, you have to reduce the cost. Number three, This strategic cost management is a process of combining the decision making structure with the cost information. What you have to do here? It is a means strategic cost management is a process of combining decision making structure with the cost information. You see, with the help of your cost informations, you are to combine your decision making structure. So that is also one point for these things. Why you have to do that? In order to reinforce the business strategy as a whole. What is this thing? In order to reinforce the business strategy as a whole. You see that your decision making structure in be your different stage wise. You see that your decision making structure that will be in division wise. Say you see that production, purchasing, finance, accounting, marketing, selling, administration. All your different divisions or departments of your organizations. Every division they do have some strategy and structure they will have to make it. You see that you have say 5 wings or 6 wings of your organizations. Every department wise strategy you have to make it, because one department making the strategy, other department will not go. So ultimately you have to combine the process of decision making structure with the cost information in order to enforce the strategy as a whole. You see that you have your production department, your marketing department, your purchase department, store department, finance department, administration department, etc. and your R&D, research and development. You see that these all departments, they will make the strategy. Unless and until you make the strategy for the respective department and you are combining these informations and coordinating all those issues, you will not be able to get the organization's business organization strategy as a whole. That means suppose your production department proper strategy is not there, you say your purchase department strategy is linked up with production department strategy is related to your marketing department strategy related to your finance department, and administration as a whole related to your production department and R&D department also. See, this is a chain reactions for all of your departments, that is interlinked and interconnected. So unless and until you take all the departments or divisions as a one go, you will not be able to reach your business success. That is the ultimate organization strategy. See, this organization strategy as a whole nothing but the sums total combining strategies, all these departments and divisions, right? So you understand that. Now we will be going some further detail. So here one thing you have to understand, that you have to realize the concept better, because whenever you will go for practical problem, lot many options will be before you. So that's why this concept is very much important. So we can sum up that thing. Strategic cost management may be divided into 4 stages. So what are those stages? Number 1, formulation of strategies. Number 2, communication of strategy across the entire organization. Number 3, implementation of the tactics to execute the strategies. Number 4, controlling the activities to track the achievement. You see that this is very interesting things you understand here. There are strategic cost management divided into 4 stages. How you have to go? You have to specific stage wise you have to go. Formulation of the strategy. First you have to create the strategy. You have to formulate the strategy. Which you have to go, what decision to take, how to take, all those things. Now communication of strategy across the entire organization. Suppose your corporate level, headquarter level, you are taking some strategical decisions, but that strategy you are to down the level, all departments and divisions, entire organizations you have to communicate. Otherwise, what is the making of strategy? You will be hold one place. So these functions, that is functional managers. Functional managers will not be knowing what strategy is being taken by your corporate level, and that should be implemented by your different departments. Number 3, implementation of the tactics to execute the strategy. See, tactics, you have to know some technique how to execute the strategy. See, strategy, it's such a plan, one kind of thing. So unless and until you know the technique how to implement it, your strategy has no. To take an example, suppose you have purchased a new machine, sophisticated machine. So its running has some technique. For that reason, some trained worker can only run this thing. So here also same way. You execute the strategy, you know the tactics. That means you know the way how to implement that strategy. Next, controlling the activities to track the achievement. You see that all these 3 things you have done, but control is very important. You see that you have to make a watch what your organizations or different division or divisional managers they are doing. Whatever headquarter level your concept has been percolated down the level, how they have been implementing those things or how they are utilizing those strategies properly. Ultimately, you have to reach the goal to track the achievement. You see that. See, achievement also some parameters. See how they are doing. Just students, we are giving lectures, we are taking classes and examinations also. Their performance evaluations we are judging after end of this term. Here also you have to track their achievement. Unless and until you are tracking that, somebody will go this way, somebody will go that way, and whether one department performing very well, another department they may not be able to implement that strategy, and they will be as it was in the earlier stage. So ultimately what will happen? Your organization is a harmonious system, no? Suppose I am talking here, my brain, my eye, my hands, everything is simultaneous, it is going. So if your one department is not functioning and other departments are going well, ultimately you may not be able to reach a place where you wanted to go that places. So that is the basics of your strategy determination. So this is one part we have completed. Now we will be going some other portions that you will understand very carefully, because you have to realize all those things. If you simply read the books, it will not sufficient enough and help you the purpose. You see that there are three important pillars in strategic cost management. Which are those three important pillars? Number one is your strategic positioning analysis. What it determines? It determines companies' comparative position in the industry in terms of performance. You see that this is very vital. What we are talking here, strategic positioning analysis. You see, you are satisfied with that. I am doing well. My performance is better. My profit is more. Earlier year 10%, this year 15%. My target we have reached. See, there is no question of satisfactions from your own, unless otherwise what your competitors, that means who are the same product players in the market, what they are doing, companies' competitive positions in the industry in terms of performance. To take an example, X, Y, Z, three companies are producing and taking together one industry will be there. So X is doing say 20% performance for their profit or cost reduction like there. Y is 25% and this is 30%. So you being at Y level, you may satisfy that, okay, my earlier year my profit percentage or efficiency percent 20%, this year 25%, I am happy. See, your happiness is final or fruitful only after getting what your competitors, industry as a whole, where they are. Suppose industry as a whole, they are at 30% level of performance. Then in comparison to your industry level performance, you are at one level. See, our satisfaction should not be what you are doing your level, because ultimately you have to stay in the industry. Tomorrow situations will come, these people will go first and you will be in backsides. So always you have to eye open, you have to see that what others are doing. You cannot happy or satisfy you what you have been doing your own. So this is the one point. Number 2 point is that number 2, your cost driver analysis. This is also very important concept in your out of the 3 pillars. First is your strategic position analysis in respect of industry, cost driver analysis. So how cost is driven? By different interrelated factors. What is that? In strategic cost management, the cost drivers is divided into 2 categories. What are those? Number 1, structural cost driver. And number 2, executional cost driver. You see there are 2 types of driver. One is structural, one is executional. Now ultimately what it does, it examines, measures and explains the financial impact of the cost driver concerned with the activity. See, why this cost driver analysis is very important. Cost is driven by different interrelated factors. Which are those interrelated factors? The strategic cost management, the cost driver divided in 2 steps. One is structural cost driver, your structural, entire structure wise, organization structure wise. Another is your executional structure drive. You see that your structural stage one thing and how we are executing that thing. So 2 different. One is that planning and implementation, same type of concept. One is structural cost driver, one is execution. It examines, measures and explains the financial impact of the cost driver concerned with the activity. You see that everything they will have some measurement and explaining the financial impact of the cost driver concerned with the activity. You see every activity has some cost. And you have to cost benefit analysis, that thing we have been discussing. That thing also you have to understand that whether that thing will be implemented properly or whether it will be fruitful or not, that you have to understand. Simply just like that, you should not be happy that this way I am doing well, that way I should go. No, you are to properly financial impact condition wise you have to move further, then only your process will be successful. This will be the 2 points we have explained under your 3 important cost pillars. And today's discussion, last point we will be discussing, that is very, very important in your case. What is that? See, now subsequent chapter part onwards we will be discussing in detail, that is value chain analysis. What that value chain analysis? VCA is the process in which a firm recognizes and analyzes all the activities and functions that contribute to the final product. See that value chain analysis, VCA, is the process in which a firm recognizes and analyzes all the activities and functions that contribute to the final product. You see that you are to see the all activities and functions, you are to understand properly, and all your activities and functions, your suppose you do have some your production process, suppose P1, P2, P3, P4. This way your production process moves to get the final product. You understand that final product in a process industry cannot come one go, so it will go through different processes, so different activities and functions. Suppose not only your production process, your say different departments, say purchase department, say your production department, say your marketing department, finance department, store department, administration department. You see, everybody's joint effort is the ultimate final product effort is there. How to do this thing, you simple understand that. Suppose if purchase department, as per the requirement of the production department, if they do not procure the material, how you can continue your production process? So production process will stand still. So there also planning will be there. How you can do that EOQ concept, whether you will buy frequently, whether you one time more purchase. So that strategy, proper purchase department, then only your production department will go. And production department automatically it will not function unless and until it is guided by his production manager properly with strong trained manpower, trained labor. Then only functions will the production department. After that your marketing department. When finished product is there, beforehand your marketing department they will work. Ultimately you have to sell your product, no? So marketing and selling two different departments. Selling department is the down the level. Marketing department is nothing but the planning department for your sale. Whatever the marketing department process you have to continue. Your finance department, they will arrange the fund and they will have to control the cost control, all those things. Your store department, they will have to record your store. They should not mismatch that. Just like that some department asks, okay sir, give me some 10 ton material to my department. No, they will have to record properly. And ultimately your administration department, they will have to oversee all the activities to staff payment, staff arrangement, salary payment, promotion, staff maintenance, all these things. See, and organizations will go very vital way. It will run just like to your human brain. One department cannot move alone. They will have to go simultaneously. It is a harmonious system. One department is a chain reactions with the other department. Unless and until all the department functions as successfully, your entire organization's goals will not be your organization's goal will not be achieved. So that is the activities function that contribute to the final product. You have to recognize and analyze the activities. That's why we are taking that thing. Which department, what they are doing, how they are going well, or what their standard they are following or not, that you have to know. Then finally, we have to see that BCA depicts the manner in which customer value accrues along the activity chain. That results in the final product or service. You see that how important these things, final level, this value chain. My subsequent class I will discuss in detail, because today's concept is far away for your earlier this traditional cost accounting concept. See, VCA depicts the manner in which the customer value accrues. You see that customer value accrues. That example I have given you, your mustard oil or this pen, whether it may be matter or not with that other brand, but that customer satisfy himself that my this pen is better. So that means that company was in a position to able to create the value among their customers. So that is here. Customer value accrues, additions, value additions is very important along the activity chain that results in the final product or services. You see that one final product you have prepared. What is the requirement in the market? How customer value it? That means value addition, value chain. Value chain is the, will be understanding that whatever the customer paying the price for your product, that is nothing but the value or the results they are getting. So that we will be discussing what the value accrues. You see that suppose one product you are producing, why that those products market nobody is accepting? Because value was not created. You might be thinking that I have prepared this product as per industry norms, as per production planning wise, but in market you are not only the player, there are so many players in the market. There is the, you see that your mobile market, if you see that lot many models have come in the market, their functions more or less the same. You see that one or two giant company, they are in the these things, they are in the good player in the market. Why they are good player in the market? Because of that their products have created a place in the mind of their customer that they will get the value, what the price is, they will pay for that. So that's why your inter discussions will come, that value chain. Value chain means it is a chain reactions of this thing. So that value chain concept we will be discussing in detail, and who is the creator for that in my subsequent class lecture. I would request you, please do follow to my classes regularly, because see, this strategic cost management today is the first class in your CA or CMA final level syllabus. So you are to regularly follow that. Don't miss this thing. One more request I will be making for that. Please do subscribe to my channel so that whatever new videos will come, you will be getting regularly, and you may, if you like it, and share to your fellow students so that they can get the benefit from these discussions, and I will be more energized to bring new videos before you. Today we are ending the video here. Video might be little lengthy, but concept is very important. And what you have to do, you have to read from some standard books what we have discussed, because your mindset is very important to understand the issue. This is not simply the theory. Their theory, I told that so many subjects have been mixed here, so your mindset should be that level, then only you will be able to understand. And main problem will be there, whenever you will be discussing your final level solution problem, lot many constants will be in their problem. Unless and until you understand the subject properly, you will not be able to solve the problem within a period of 3 hours in your class. So we are ending this video here. Have a good day.